Now that you have successfully mastered forks, let us go over the pin tactic. A piece is pinned if it is under attack, and moving it will cost you a more valuable piece. Therefore, the pinned piece is unable to move without losing a great amount of material, even the king. Luckily, there are ways to defend against this tactic by breaking the pin. This cannot always be done though. Firstly, we will go over several pinning tactics and show you how they work. Then in part 2, I will teach you some defensive measures to break pins. In this position, white can play bishop to d4 and pin the knight to the queen. The knight cannot move without losing the queen. Remember that a knight is worth 3 points, while the queen is worth 9. The next step in white's plan is to bring his other piece, the queen, to attack the knight now that it is pinned down. If the pin is not broken, the knight will ultimately be lost. In this position, there is no way to break the pin. Sometimes you can bring in other defenders to protect the pinned piece and buy some time. But there is no other piece that can defend the knight in time. The king is too far away. Let us play a few more moves. Black plays g4, and his idea is to then play this pawn to g5 so that his king can move to the defense of the knight. However, he doesn't have enough time. White plays queen b2 and immediately attacks the knight a second time. After g5, we can see that black is just one move behind and is unable to protect the knight in time. White is then able to capture it and easily win the game. In the last example we looked at, the knight could have moved, though it would have lost the queen. There are situations where the pinned piece cannot legally move, as it would allow the king to be captured. This is one of those situations. Black can easily win the game by playing his bishop to b7, pinning the rook to the king. The rook is unable to move, as it would allow the king to be captured. This pin cannot be broken, and the rook cannot be defended either. If the king were but one move closer, it could defend the rook in time. Black will easily go on to win this game. Let's look at some more examples. In this example, it will be a little more difficult to win the pin piece, but I have no doubt that you will be able to do it. Often in chess, when we pin a piece, our opponent can defend it. The outcome then depends on how many defenders he has versus how many attackers we have. If we have more attackers, then we will successfully win the pinned piece. If he has more defenders, then he will successfully defend the piece. Now that we know this, we can properly assess the situation. We will be pinning the knight on c6 with our bishop. Study this position and determine how many defenders black has versus how many attackers white has. Go ahead and pause the video for more time. As we can see here, white has 3 attackers: the bishop, queen, and the knight, while black only has two defenders, his rook and his queen. Therefore, white will win this. Let us see it in action. Alright, so after bishop b5, black will defend with his rook. Then we attack once again. Black will defend. And then we attack a third time. Since black has no more defenders, he will end up losing the knight, and therefore losing the game.